What is up, y'all? It is time for the Group D podcast, and oh my God, we got the USA, baby. The USA. The Yanks, the red, the white, and the blue. I got my Weston McKennie on right now. I got the World Cup 94 hat. U.S. is hosting for the first time since 1994. And somehow, people are doubting this team. Some people are doubting the United States. But what a group we have here. We got USA, Australia, the Socceroos, who I saw you, Australia. I saw you guys. I saw tons of videos, people celebrating left and right. USA, oh, USA, we got the USA. Yeah, as Derek Lewis would say, USA is in this hoe. And we saw those celebration videos, and I hope you're ready because we're going to be ready. Paraguay, La Albiroja, those beautiful red and white jerseys are back at the World Cup. They haven't been at the World Cup, and the last time they were there, they put on a freaking show. They were scoring goals. If they would have had one of their star players who was shot, if you look up that story, he was actually shot in Mexico, and he was unable to play, probably one of their best players at the time. They might have gone further, but they were able to go to the quarterfinals. And then you got Turkey. They are the favorites in this group. Everybody's picking them. Every single video I've watched over the last few weeks talking about Turkish football has them winning this group. And rightfully so. When we talk about some of their star players, I mean, they are the favorites for a reason. The Crescent Stars, you saw what they did in their qualifying matches to get there. They got superstars all over the field. They got young stars. Turkey is going to be the talk of Europe for the next probably 8 to 10 years. Okay, they're setting themselves in a great position for 2028. They're going to be in a prime position to do something crazy in 2030. But most people are predicting that the future actually starts now, and they're going to make something happen. And I'm actually going to go backwards here a little bit. And if you've been watching, if you watched Group A, which I hope you did, if you watched Group B, I hope you did, and you watched Group C, I hope you did, and get in those comments. Okay, get in those comments. Just a reminder, I'm a PE teacher from Lincoln, Nebraska. I've never done this. I don't have any editing equipment at all. So this is just one take, and whatever comes up, comes out. And hopefully it's good. If I stumble over my words, if I mess up a player, I apologize, okay? I dealt with over 1,000 students today. Shout out Skull Middle School. And then I'm coming here to try to do this because I'm crazy and I'm a weirdo and I love the World Cup. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to start off with Australia. And I got my Mexican Coke here. They're not sponsoring me yet, but hopefully I get a sponsorship from them because I could use some extra cash. Australia, some of the lead, they gave us Tim Cahill. Man, Tim Cahill, I can remember when he went and he was fighting, they defined Australian soccer to me. He was an amazing player. They brought us players like him. But who's going to be some of the stars for Australia in this World Cup? You got Harry Suter. Okay, he's 6'6". He made a name for himself at the 2018 World Cup. He is a player. He's a set-piece maniac. Nobody wants to match up with him on set-piece. He's arguably probably one of Australia's top scoring threats, especially from set pieces. And he shows up when Australia plays the toughest teams. Okay, you got Matthew Ryan. He's the captain. He's the vet. He's the number one. He's been there for several World Cups for Australia. And Australia, is in the World Cup every single time. Six appearances. It seems like they've been there my entire lifetime. And Matthew Ryan is just one of the most capped players. He's a vocal leader. He's always going to be there. Australia need him. You got Jackson Irvine, who a lot of people mix up for Blake from Workaholics. If you watch the show Workaholics, that's Blake from Workaholics, Jackson Irvine, and he's a hell of a soccer player. He's probably the most recognized Australian player. He was a hell of a player in 2022 for them. He's always his tenacity, his ability to arrive late and win the ball. I think he's one of the team's most important players. I don't know if he's the best in the top form, in the best current form for Australia right now, but I think he's the most important player. And I think he has the ability to If Australia is going to do something, it's going to be Jackson Irvine that is responsible for this. He is a perfect balance of both offense and defense for Australia and is key to their transition. Nestoroy Irankunda. Okay, this 19-year-old has just burst on the scene. He's playing in Watford. He's their biggest X factor. I'm listening to some Australian podcasts and everybody's talking about this guy. He seems so humble, but you watch him, go watch some of his highlights. The dude is a freak, and I think he has the ability to just straight cook. When I'm trying to have some banter and I'm talking a little shit because I'm a USA fan and I saw how they were kind of clowning us and they're so happy they got us. But honestly, it's players like Nestoroy that scare the shit out of me. Okay, they are a scary team, and he is going to be a hell of a player. I hope he can stay healthy because, man, he is nasty. Like I said, go to YouTube and check out his goal highlights. Okay, Irankunda goal highlights, and just sit back in 3 minutes and you'll be amazed. Okay, I think Coach Popovich for Australia is going to rely heavily on him, and I think he has the ability to take this group over. Then you got probably the player in best form at this moment, which is Jordy Boss. People are calling him Boss Baby. And I think, man, he has an ability. He's probably the best player, like I said, best current form for Australia. He's smooth. I think he's going to make some big, big money after this tournament. I think everybody's going to know the name Jordy Boss after this. His pace, his trickiness. He plays that right back position. He gets up and down the flanks. And I think he could honestly play multiple positions for Australia. He's another player that scares me as a USA fan. I think Jordy Boss is going to have a lot to say for Australia. And if they want to get out of this group, it's going to be Irankunda and it's going to be Jordy Boss. And then it's going to be the X factor Jackson Irvine. Okay, if those players are cooking, Australia could win this group. Okay, this group could go either way, and I could see Australia winning this group if those three players are playing the way that they could. Paraguay. Back at the World Cup after a 16-year drought. And I am so pumped. I didn't want to see them in the USA's group, especially when the USA just played them and they almost got in a fist fight on the field. I know, and USA won that match. So you know how pumped Paraguay is going to be now. And Paraguay has some pieces, and they're tough, and they're fighters. They are not going to go down easy. When I look at it, if I just pull up some of their games here, let me pull up some of their last matches here. So they played Tuesday, March 31st, took on Morocco, 2-1 against Morocco. Okay, Morocco AFCON champions, U20 World Cup champions, semifinals of the 2022 World Cup. Beat Greece 1-0. Beat Mexico, who a lot of people are high on now again. Beat Mexico 2-1 back in November. Lost to the United States 2-1. But like I said, that was a scrappy match. They had their chances. Then you go to qualifying. If I'm looking at their qualifying, 1-0 they beat Peru. 0-0 Ecuador. Lost 1-0 to Brazil. Beat Uruguay 2-0. Every match I look at, they lose by maybe one goal or they win. So you know they're going to be in every single match. They're going to give USA their best shot. They're going to give Turkey the best shot. I'm going to guess it's the team that probably scares people the most, and no one's going to overlook them. Okay, Turkey's the favorite, but nobody wants to play this Paraguay team. Okay, I think their key player is Julio Enciso. La Joya, the Jewel. Okay, he's the most exciting young player in the squad. He's known for his blistering speed, his flair, his creative dribbling. He can unlock the defenses and create goals. And Paraguay doesn't score a lot of goals. So they need this guy to be the playmaker that he can be to potentially score some of those goals. He had 3 of them in qualification, and he probably could have had 10 of them because he gets so many opportunities. Miguel Almiron. Okay, I started watching him. I remember him playing for Atlanta in the MLS, and I was like, whoa, who's this guy? And then every time I turn on Paraguay in qualifying, and when he was playing in Copa America, I just notice him. He stands out for them. Okay, he's a unique player. He's probably not the player that he used to be. He's not the player he once was, but he is still crucial. Okay, I kind of consider him, he's kind of like the Jackson Irvine, but for Paraguay. Okay, everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. Probably most casuals like myself, I'm just a World Cup fan. I turn in, I'm watching all the qualifiers, but I'm mainly turning into international football. And yeah, somebody was talking about that. Rusty, I saw someone on comments, oh, you're a casual, you're a casual. I'm a World Cup fan. I watch almost all the qualifiers. Like, I can remember people texting me 2 years ago, and I'm watching African World Cup qualifiers during my lunch break while I'm a teacher. Okay? But I'm American. I'm an NFL football fan. Shout out Denver Broncos. I like the NBA. I love March Madness. But the World Cup is my favorite holiday. World Cup is there. That's why I'm doing this right now, and I've never done this, and I have no equipment. I'm doing this right now because I love the World Cup. Okay? And Miguel Almiron, Miggy, he's going to be the player to watch for Paraguay. Enciso is probably their best player, but Almiron is right there. Gustavo Gomez, he's the captain. He's the defensive rock. I think he's a world-class center back, okay? He can keep the goal scoring down and just provide some of that leadership from the back there. I think he is a monster, okay? He's the anchor of the defense. He provides structure for the Paraguayan defense, which they need, okay? Antonio Sanabria, okay? He's the top goal scorer for Paraguay in their qualifying process. He had 4 goals. He had several winners. He's a clutch player. He's an energizer player. A lot of people are calling him the best player on this team. I still think it's Enciso, okay? But those are some of the players to watch for Paraguay. Thank goodness those red and white jerseys are back. I love you, Paraguay. I'm just going to be rooting against you when you play the USA. But, man, we're all excited to see Paraguay back in this World Cup. I can guarantee you that. Turkey. And I grew up calling them Turkey. The Crescent Stars, currently ranked 22nd in the world. They are the favorite in this group. They're the best team on paper. They've shown recent qualifiers what they can do, but they've also shown in recent tournaments that they can flop. Okay, and looking at some of Turkey's recent results, they had the UEFA play-in tournament, so they beat Kosovo 1-0. They beat Romania 1-0. And then looking back at some of their qualifiers in their group, they tied Spain 2-2. They beat Bulgaria. They killed Georgia. They absolutely beat the shit out of Bulgaria. There was just one blip, that 6-0 game to Spain, where Spain just cooked them. That was back in September of 2025. 6-0 though. And Spain can do that. I mean, if you don't show up for Spain the way they possess the ball, and if you have some players that decide not to defend that day, or maybe have a little hamstring injury, or that's too hot outside, whatever. Spain can take it to you. So, but 6-0, and then people are still saying that this team's winning the group without a doubt. We'll see. Obviously, the players to watch, Arda Guller. What a player he is. Straight dog this kid is. Real Madrid should be building everything around this guy. His playmaking ability, he's the face of this Turkish generation. He's going to be a superstar for the next 10 years. I'm going to say after this World Cup, right now, a lot of people know that. Obviously, if you're a soccer fan, you know Arda Guller. Everybody knows him. Okay, but I'm thinking about even just regular fans, like most of my buddies, they'll turn in, they'll start asking me questions about the World Cup. They don't know who he is. They have no idea. They know Ronaldo, they know Messi, they know Mbappe, they know Neymar. A lot of people don't know Arda Güler yet. I think after this World Cup, they will. I think a lot of people, you turn into a Turkey game, you're going to know him. Okay, he plays for Real Madrid, got great technique, got great vision. He can do everything. He can literally do everything on the field. And like I said, he's a dog. He's tough. Okay, he's going to be a superstar this summer. I wish he was in a different group. Arda Güler, I love the way you play. Please, just don't go off against the U.S. Don't go off against the U.S. and you'll have a fan from me for life. Okay, Kenyon Yildiz, he's the other one. Okay, he's dynamic. He's only 20 years old. With that pace, with that dribbling ability, he plays for Juventus, and he's one of the best players at Juventus right now. Okay, he's expected to lead the attack. He's going to play right behind the striker, and he's going to provide a lot of the passing. And then you got Calhanoglu. If he was in his prime right now, playing with those dudes, Turkey might be a pick to go to the semifinals. Okay, but he's not the player he once was. But I still think with those dudes providing service, Calhanoglu is also going to score goals for Turkey. This team is tough. This team is full of fighters. The last time they were at the World Cup, I believe, is 2002, and that was a third-place appearance that nobody was predicting there in South Korea. With the fans they have and the passion they have, that's another team, another country that should be at the World Cup more often. And with players like Guller and Yildiz, they're going to be at the next 3 World Cups. Just pencil them in. They're going to be there. I'm just glad, if anything, if there's any bonus for the U.S., they get Turkey now when Yildiz and Guller are still this young, because you don't want to get them in 2030. You don't want to get them in 2034. They're going to be one of the favorites of the tournament if these guys keep progressing and stay healthy. Now moving on to the USA. Okay, the USA, baby. My country. The team that I love. I am so fired up for this team. I want to shout out American Outlaws. I've been an American Outlaw since 2010. We celebrate at Captain Jack's Bar. And the beautiful thing about the Outlaws, a lot of people know about the American Outlaws. Lincoln, Nebraska, we're chapter 1, numero uno. Okay, right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay, the middle of the country, population a little over 300,000. A lot of people don't know about Nebraska and how beautiful it is, and it's the good life, all right? So shout out American Outlaws. Someone else got a text from my buddy. Actually, just text me again. Says, you doing that Joe Rogan shit. No, I'm not doing that Joe Rogan shit. I'm doing that Alexi Lawless shit. Okay, I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm not Alexi Lawless, but I'm trying to do this Alexi Lawless shit. Had someone else mention, because I was known back in the day to bust a freestyle, but I'm old now. I used to bust freestyles when I was 17, 18 years old. Not 40-year-old Moreno. 40-year-olds don't freestyle. But let's give this shit a shot. Okay, we'll give you one freestyle so you guys can make fun of me and pick apart everything I do and clown on me. My students can clown on me. My friends can clown on me. But I used to be able to freestyle. I used to be able to break it down. So let me have no alcohol, just Coca-Cola. Like I said, they don't sponsor me. Had to have a big drink there. Got Hulk Hogan here. USA, baby. Hulk Hogan. I got no beat, and I can't play a damn song because YouTube will block any song I play. I get copyright blocked. I'm learning all this. So, little quick 5-second freestyle from a 40-year-old teacher from Lincoln, Nebraska. You want to go to the World Cup? It's going to cost a pretty penny, but it's the only way you'll get to see goals from Dest and McKennie, Bala Pulisic, Luna, and Super Sub Pepe. That's a perfect mix, just like Coke and Henny. When the Yanks go marching in, no one can stop us. Got the swagger and cojones like a young Alexi Lawless. 2026, America is winning. I promise. Boom! USA, baby! USA! Okay? What 40-year-old teacher you know busting a freestyle like that? All right, so who are we watching here? Obviously, Captain America, Christian Pulisic, Serie A MVP candidate. I don't give a damn if he's been in bad form. I see people saying, oh, he's in bad form. Pulisic, he's not going to show it. Oh, he's soft. He's weak. This dude scored a goal with his nuts against Iran in the last World Cup to get us out of the group. He scored a goal with his nuts. His testicles almost exploded. He had to go to he had to be carried off the damn pitch, and he had to go to the hospital against Iran so we could win that match. Scored a goal with his nuts. Who else does that? Okay, Captain American does that. I don't give, people are saying he's soft. Pulisic, prove these guys wrong. Prove these doubters wrong. I literally watching clips, I saw a clip, Menace to Society, people making fun of you, punking you out. You are tough. You are from the USA. You are Captain America. Okay, show up, prove the haters wrong, shut them all up. Okay, go score goals in this tournament. Okay, put the USA on your back. Captain America. Hulk Hogan, Christian Pulisic, two of a kind there. Okay, who's else going to be scoring goals? Ballo. All right, we know Ballo's the goal-scoring threat. Okay, he fits Poach's system perfectly. And some people are saying Pepe might start. Some people are saying Ballo might start. I think Ballo's going to be it. But Pepe, we know he's going to be that super sub. But Balogun, he's hot right now. He's scoring goals in France. I think Ballo's at least scoring 1 or 2 goals in this World Cup. Jedi Robinson. I love Jedi. Left back, super athlete, getting up and down, one of the paciest players. I think he's better at defending than people say he is. I think he's better at crossing than people say. A lot of people say he's shit at crossing. Okay, I see him cross the ball pretty damn well when I'm watching him. I think he's also in line that he could be a potential player that could make some money after this tournament because he could really make a name for himself. He has the experience from last World Cup. He's one of our key players. But then one of my favorites, Sergino Dest. Sergino, okay? I love Sergino Dest. I even was talking to my wife about potentially naming, if we ever had a kid, Sergino Moreno, because I love Sergino. He is one of the best 1v1 players in North America. This dude is as slippery as an eel at a Diddy party. An eel just straight covered in lube. Because this dude is just creative. We don't have another player like him. Okay, he plays right back. He's going to come up and just has that ability to just shake a girl out of her dress, out of her wedding dress with his moves. Then we got my guy, Weston McKennie. He's the life of the party. Okay, now the reason people are down in the U.S., I think with dudes like McKennie, we aren't going to get punked. This dude's been there. He ain't scared of shit. He's playing in Italy. Okay, look at him now. Look at him right now with his face. He was kind of looked like he was getting a little pudgy like me right now. Not right now though. Right now, he looks like he's ready to take this shit over this summer. He's the wild card for the U.S. He's the wild card like Charlie from Always Sunny. And then we got one of our secret weapons, the Moon Man. The Moon Man. Diego Luna. Man, Diego Luna. He burst on. He gave us confidence. We had nothing. And then last summer at the Gold Cup, all of a sudden we have our B team there. But then there was this guy, Diego Luna. Captured everyone. I saw Pat McAfee talking about it. I saw other dudes in Barstool talking about it. Diego Luna has that ability to just capture people and bring them in and capture their souls and spirits. He's one of my favorite players. I got a Moon Man jersey, and I think he could be that player that subs in. I think if we pick up an injury at the tournament, he could be a dude all of a sudden he's in there and he's just making plays. He looks like he wouldn't make play. Kind of looks like Wario from Mario Kart, okay, or Mario Party. He looks a little bit like that. So he looks like, man, he should be playing Sunday League in Grand Island, Nebraska. No. But this dude is a player. Then we got Chris Richards. We got freaking Chris Richards. You know what a beast he is back in the defense? People sleeping on our defense, and rightfully so. Because, man, I don't know who the hell we're playing at goal. And at keeper, we're struggling right now. This is America. We should have a keeper, but right now it's a little shaky. But I feel better with a guy like Chris Richards sitting in front of whoever the hell is going to be that keeper. I think this USA team, people are doubting them. And go ahead and doubt them. Doubt them. And I can see why we lost 2-0 to Portugal. 5-2 to Belgium. 5-2 to Belgium. But go back to November. 5-1 against Uruguay. 2-1 against Paraguay. 2-1 against Australia. 1-1 against a lot of people's dark horse pick, Ecuador. 2-0 against a lot of people's pick, Japan. And then lost 2-0 to South Korea. So we can get the highs and highs of America, and we can see the lows of America. But come on, USA. When I walk through the halls at Sco Middle School and I'm asking all these kids, and we're American, we live in Nebraska, the center of the United States, asking these kids, hey, who's going to win the World Cup? I hear people say France. I hear people say Brazil. I hear people say Argentina. I hear people say Portugal. I hear people say England. I heard someone say Germany. And every time, and I ask kids who you're rooting for. And they say these teams have kids rooting for Iraq, have kids rooting for Bosnia. Every time I ask, I never hear anyone say the U.S. Never hear anyone say the USA. And every time they ask me who I'm rooting for, USA. Okay? But I can't change anyone's minds. It's you guys. It's Pulisic. It's Sergino Dest. It's Weston McKennie. It's Ballo. It's Ricardo Pepi. It's Chris Richards. Okay? You are the guys, Weston McKennie. You are the guys that can prove everyone wrong and create a new generation of American fans. You can do that this summer with just how you play on the field. Go get those results. Go prove all those doubters wrong. Like I said, USA is in this hoe, and we're here to win this hoe. Okay? Now, I'm going to go through my predictions. Sorry, I was a little fired up talking USA. But as I've been doing in all these, I got my match schedule here. World Cup, Rusty Moreno preview book out on Amazon right now. Go get yourself a copy. And what I've been doing is I've been going match by match and just kind of making my predictions. Okay, what I think is going to happen. I'm going to change my mind. Like I've changed my mind on this one. I don't know how many times. I kept going back and forth. I think Australia is going to beat Paraguay. I think Paraguay is going to beat Australia. I think Paraguay is going to beat Turkey. I think Turkey is going to beat Paraguay. I keep changing my mind. Okay, but I'm going to give you my prediction, what I think right now, what's going to happen. And maybe I'll change my mind again by the time I'm heading to Mexico for the opening match. All right, it all goes down Friday, June 12th. So when it starts, Friday, June 12th, we got the USA versus Paraguay in LA, in SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. What a match that's going to be. There's no way the USA is losing this match. You're not losing the opening match in Los Angeles on that Friday, June 12th. It's not happening. 1-0 USA. I could see 2-0 USA. USA's got 3 points. Australia versus Turkey in Vancouver. And Australia ain't no chumps, okay? Australia can play. Everybody's picking Turkey to win this, win the group. It's going to be easy. I think Australia is going to push them. I think, like I said, Jordy Boss is going to create something. But Arda Guller, man, I think this is where he starts to become a superstar. He makes a play. He provides a service for someone to score a tap-in goal. He shoots one from deep. Turkey is winning this. I got 1-0. I could see 2-1. I could see 2-0. So now we got USA with 3. We got Turkey with 3. Moving on to match day 2. Friday, June 19th. USA versus Australia in Seattle. And all you Australians who was cheering, you get what you wanted in Seattle. Hopefully you show up. And here's what I'm going to say. There's no way the USA is losing to Australia. Australia, who lost a war to emus. Go look it up. They lost a war to a flightless bird. You think they're beating the Yanks? You think they're beating us? No way. USA 2, Australia 0. Now we got USA with 6 points. Turkey versus Paraguay. What a match that's going to be. What a match. I'm glad when they do the match day 3, they got both games on at the same time. I'm glad that this one isn't on the same time as my USA because I know where my focus is going to be. And this one's in Santa Clara. I think this is a draw. This one's got draw written all over it. And I could see it being a 0-0. I could maybe see it being 1-1. I would look at that wager when that game comes up on taking that under. I think Paraguay, with 0 points, back against the wall, they're going to be super defensive minded. They know they can't lose this one. They know if they can win this one, and then they get Australia in that last match, they have everything is still there to play for. So I'm going to say a draw on this one. So going into that final match day, we got USA with 6. We got Turkey with 4. We got Paraguay with 1, and we got Australia with none. And we're going into match day 3. Turkey USA. Both teams are going to be, I think Turkey is going to be pushing a little bit more. USA sitting on 6. Hey, man, we could be cool with the draw. I hope the USA doesn't fail this test because a draw will get you through in first, but also a win can get you through. But Arda Guller is special. He could do something crazy. This one could scare me. Okay, I could see Turkey winning this, and all of a sudden it's 7-6. They got 7 points. USA's got 6, and I can see where people are predicting Turkey to finish first. But it's the USA. USA is going to fight. I could see Pulisic scoring another goal with his nuts, and it's going to be 1-1. USA gets 7 points. Turkey has 5. And then we go to this other map. Paraguay, Australia, and Santa Clara. Another one. So we got Paraguay will be playing back-to-back games there. They're familiar with it. I keep going back who I think Australia. Is it going to be Paraguay? This one is so hard for me. I think Paraguay in South America, I think they're going to have more fans. I think getting at a game in Santa Clara and now they get another one, I think it's going to be very tough to beat them. But there's no way I can see Australia having 0 points. So I guess what that means is a draw. A 1-1 draw, and both teams are heartbroken. Because now we got USA in first place with 7. We got Turkey in second place with 5 points. We got Paraguay in third with 2 points. And we got Australia in last with 1 point. But this game, this is crazy, y'all. We know that me saying this, Australia could end up first and USA could finish fourth. But this is what I'm picking. Okay, USA first. USA number 1. Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. Coca-Cola. Best drink in the world. Hosting for the first time since 1994. USA. Let's prove them all wrong. When the Yanks go marching in, oh how I want to be in that number. When the Yanks go marching in. Love y'all. Group E, this Group D. Group E will be back a couple days. Like and subscribe. Who do you guys got? Who are some players I missed? Who's winning this group? Talk some shit, Australian fans. I love you. But talk some shit. Let's talk some shit. It makes it more fun. Adios, y'all.